empowerment. I think probably you heard this on the CDs, but that's a statement that says a cause causes a certain effect. I think we talked a little bit about cause and effect on the CDs, yeah? But let's talk about it again. It says a cause causes a certain effect. Now, most people in the world are on which side of the cause and effect statement? The effect side.
Pretty much the effect. There's no problem with that. That's okay, it's a matter of choice. However, on one side we have results, on the other side we have excuses for not getting the results. Excuses or reasons.
Yeah.
And some people have really good reasons for not succeeding. And the reasons may be, my background, my family, the economy, the government, my husband, my kids, my father, my mother, my education, etc., etc. These are all reasons. But you see, the question is, when you're going to be 85 or 90 or 95 or 125-year-old and look back at your life, how valuable will be those excuses? How satisfying will be to say, if it wasn't for, and then you fill in the blanks. And that's really not satisfying.
The great American philosopher Bart Simpson summed it up the best. Oh, I see you guys have been watching Bart, huh? And he said, I didn't do it, nobody saw me do it, you can't prove anything. Or maybe that was Bill Clinton who said that. Anyway, what do we do? What do we do in polite society these days for the most part? If we screw up, we find someone to blame. That's the easiest thing to do. Now, the problem, though, with finding someone to blame for your entire life, as Adriana just said, is by the time you're 95, who do you blame?
It's not satisfying anymore.
Yeah, so the best thing to do is to step over on the cause side of the equation first thing. To step over and assume the cause, which, by the way, empowers you.
See, you may think that we're pushing this issue of cause and effect on you, and we're saying, no, you be the cause or else. No, that's not what we're saying. In fact, we don't even know, we have no proof that you are at cause for everything you create in your life. There is no proof for that. However, there is one thing that's very important to realize, that if you pretend you are at cause for everything that happens in your life, you will get results.
See, here's the thing.
That makes a difference.
Here's the thing. Watch this for just a second. If I'm pushing the cause outside myself like this, so I'm going, it's not me, I didn't do it. It's not my creation. And by the way, there are a lot of people out there who will take care of me if I have if I'm at the effect. There's a lot of support groups. And they'll take care of me and they'll say, oh, you poor thing, Tad. You won't amount to anything because you've got blah, but we'll support you for the rest of your life. Being in a support group for the rest of your life is not real satisfying. So look up for a second. If I'm pushing the cause outside myself like this...
See, the cause is trying to come in.
Here's the cause.
Here's the cause trying to come in.
But I'm going, no, it's not me. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. And by the way, we're not saying it's your fault. But look what I can't get. I can't get the learnings.
This here, which is the cause, there are some learnings here.
If I'm dissociated from the cause of everything in my life, I don't get the learnings necessary to change my behavior. And that's the important thing.
Learnings equal resources. Learnings equal valuable, resourceful strategies, decisions, beliefs that you can utilize in the future so that whatever happens in the past won't repeat itself. There is no need. You learn, you've grown, you developed, you moved on. That's what we mean when we say learnings.
I had a client come to me in New York City. He'd been mugged 6 times in the last 8 months. And but the last time he said, I even managed to do it where there had been no muggings for several years. Now, you would think, he could sit there and go, we need more police, it's not my fault. But he came and he said, you know what, I think I'd like to change this pattern in my life. And so I said to him, so when did you decide to create this? And he said, who would create something like that? He said, I didn't decide to create it. So I had to explain. And so our point of view in timeline therapy and in NLP is that the sum total of our conscious plus our unconscious choices puts us where we are at any given moment. The total of our conscious choices plus our unconscious choices puts us where we are at any given moment. So then he said, okay, okay, I get it. So if I didn't choose it consciously, maybe I chose it unconsciously. And then he said, oh, wow, I remember having chosen it unconsciously, and then he unchose it. Now see, as long as I'm pushing the cause outside myself, I can't, under any circumstances, get the learnings. So I can't unchoose something that isn't me. I can't unchoose something that's not welcome. I can't unchoose something that isn't me. So I'm pushing the cause outside myself. I'm not going to get the learnings and I'm not going to get the choice. So he said, okay, this sucks. I hate it. Now I get how I created it unconsciously. Now how do I uncreate it? We did the limiting decision process in timeline therapy, and to my knowledge, he was never mugged again. 6 times in the last 8 months, down to 0. What happened? He chose something different. He chose the cause of it and then decided to change that cause. That's a real important concept. By the way, we're not saying that you created all the bad things that happened to you. What we're saying is the sum total of your conscious choices plus your unconscious choices put you where you are today. And that's what we mean by cause and effect. One of the questions that you're going to have to answer for yourself. And
actually, the question you're going to have to answer for yourself.
As well as because look, when you leave here in a week, you're going to start doing coaching, I hope. You're going to start doing timeline therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, and hypnosis with clients.
Regardless where you work, regardless what area of interest you have.
Hopefully you'll do it in your own business.
You can apply this in business, you can apply this in therapy, you can apply this in education. So regardless where you work, you're going to start using the techniques you learn here.
And one question you've got to look at when you talk to your clients is, which side of the cause and effect equation are they on? Because as long as your client's pushing the cause outside himself, whether you're doing any kind of coaching at all, whether you're working with relationships, whether you're doing stress reduction, if you're doing weight loss or smoking, or anything you choose to do with this technology, or whether you're just using it yourself in business to improve your own life and perhaps the people you manage. In fact, you know what we should do? We should find out. Let's find out just for a second. How many people are going to leave here and use this in business? Good. Well, that's virtually everyone. How many people are going to leave here and use this in education? That's almost everyone.
Great.
Good. And how many people are going to use this in a therapeutic or relationship context? That's virtually everyone. Okay, good. So,
Great.
So you guys are going to use it in all contexts. That's good. Okay. So the question you've got to ask the person you're working with is, again, which side of the cause and effect equation are they on? So this question on the slide here is for you, but it's also for you to consider when you're talking to somebody that you're going to be working with. Which side of the cause and effect equation are they on? Are they on the cause side? I create all the causes, things that happen in my life. I am in charge. Or are they on the effect side, where things are done to me, things happen to me, I'm the victim? Yeah.
And so the techniques we learned this week will absolutely assist you and your clients in the future to move at the cause side of this equation or statement. Meaning, oh, it's raining outside, I'm tired, so therefore I can't be motivated today. It's just an excuse and won't exist anymore. If you choose, you can be motivated regardless of how the weather is or how much sleep you had the night before. If you know people who are successful in business, very successful in business, regardless of how the economy goes.
You know people that are very successful, yeah? Even if the economy is going down into a recession, these people are very successful.
So what's the difference? What makes those people successful? And there are other people who are not successful in business even when the economy is booming. Now, with what you learned this week, you will be able to coach yourself and somebody else how to be in charge and how to keep doing what they're doing successfully regardless of the outside conditions. But that means that those people will assume the cause side of that statement.